Hey guys, quite the rally, quite the bounce in EOS as well as the rest of the crypto space. If you bought the freaking dip, good job. Give yourselves a pat on the back. We had a heck of a setup and EOS looks really clean right now. And this is exactly the kind of action you want to see when we are about to have a big shift in sentiment. We're about to get bullish. So this is our 15-minute chart. And I did post this chart in the community post. So please be sure to check those out. Those can be found on my channel in the community tab. It's a relatively new feature on YouTube. I can get those turned around much more quickly than I can a full-on video. But here we are with the video. We had our bottom hit around $1.86. So we didn't quite make it into that $1.71 box, but we got the lower low we're looking for the most part. And it looked more legit in EOS than most of the other cryptos. And since then, we've had 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And well, this actually looks pretty standard in terms of retraces. This looks like a wave 2 to me. You have a clear A, B, C. Maybe a flat, maybe a zigzag, doesn't really matter. Got the 3-wave structure within this A wave and then an impulsive structure down here, right into the box. That was the first buy zone and we bounced back up. And ever since then, we've been seeing quite a bounce. Many of the cryptos are showing a bounce that's overextended in my personal opinion. But in EOS, it actually looks relatively clean. We just passed the 0.61 extension of this larger 1-2. So it could be a nested 1-2. That's what the blue pattern is. It's a primary. And if that is the case, we are just about in the buy box for that, well, basically the secondary buy box. If I draw this little retrace off this top, this would be about the top of the box is about the 38.2% retrace. So anywhere from about $2.21 down to about $2.13, right around there, we should hold. If we hold that, we may start seeing one heck of a bounce because that would mark the third of the third wave. So this thing would rocket up very quickly to the mid $2 range, maybe in the upper $2 range, somewhere in there. We're going to have much bigger targets overhead, so stick around for that. I'm going to look at that on the big picture chart. However, if we fall through this box, I would expect us to fall back into this box. In that case, this would mean that this top is actually the true first wave top, basically a micro fifth. It basically mean this is actually over here, and that we're going to dip into a larger wave 2. Not a reason to panic. That could be another buy situation. However, we aren't fully out of the woods. I'd say there's about a 10–50% chance that we fall below this red line. If that happens, we could see that lower low that we didn't see. So be on the lookout for that. It would not be a reason to panic because I don't see us going too much lower. It would actually make the picture look a bit better. So I'm going to shift over the big picture and just show you guys what I'm talking about. We had our A wave pullback from our May 2021 top, B wave bounce, and the C wave down. And you can kind of see, I'm going to zoom up over here. This was our low on January 24th, 25th. And we had that lower low and it coincided with the big pullback in equities in the stock market. And both have been tracking very closely. So we've been seeing almost identical action in the stock market, the S&P 500 and cryptos. And while Bitcoin and Ethereum are leading, the bounce in altcoins has not been as impressive, but I'll take what we can get. This looks very much complete to the downside. So that is the red pattern. I know green technically invalidated with that lower low, but at the end of the day, there's not much of a difference. If we do fall back, I put this purple C wave 2, so we could get very dangerously close to that black hole region I was talking about. But for now, you know, you can exhale a little bit. I don't see that as a high probability right now. If we do fall, I can't see us falling below this purple box. So where are we projecting immediately? Well, as I mentioned, we do have what looks like a small first wave in place, either here or back here, or maybe it'll go a bit higher, not sure. And you can barely see it on this chart. Get rid of this. So you can see that we've got the makings of a new rally, and we need to see a bigger first wave, number one. So if I were being perfectly honest with you guys, let's say that's about where the first wave is. You would expect a bigger first wave, possibly to get into the, what is that, about the lower $3 range. And then you'd see another wave 2 pullback. So what this could look like is, I'm going to draw this out real quick. This is a, let's assume that we get our first wave into about the 312 range, see a sharp pullback, maybe a third wave like this, slow fourth wave, and then maybe the fifth wave goes into this box. This would be your secondary, well, a secondary buy opportunity. So if you haven't deployed cash yet, if you're looking to get more, or if you didn't have the cash at the time, you'll get another chance to buy back here. As a matter of fact, this would be a safer buy region, buy opportunity for something like EOS, just because we did get so close to invalidation. Altcoins have a lot of upside. So even if we rally all the way up here and pull back, there's so much upside, so much meat left on the bone. You're not missing much, and that applies to most of the altcoins. I say the same about Chainlink, Dash, Polkadot, some of those other cryptos, Stellar Lumens. If we do continue our rally, I would expect us to get somewhere between 479 and 862. That is assuming we have a big 1-2 in place and that this is a subwave one of that bigger 1-2. Big picture, EOS, it does have one of the best setups. I have this actually ranks very highly in my risk reward scores that I've recently published. So be sure to check that video out for the explainer. But it is a bit deceptively safe in that we don't have much history. Is this really a 1-2, 1-2, or is this actually a third wave blow off? And well, we don't have the actual history because EOS didn't exist. Because EOS is just like most other cryptos, follow the same sentiment. Perhaps this isn't actually first wave top. Maybe this is a third wave and then this is the first wave of a final fifth wave. Either way, there's a lot of upside left, assuming that we do have the 1-2, 1-2 in place. After we get to that box, I expect us to get to $22+. And well, the possibilities are limitless. So I'm not going to get too fixated on those upward targets. We got a lot left to prove in the meantime. So once we get out of this region, it'll become more safe to go into dollar cost averaging. But in the near term, it is very safe to put some lump sums in there. Lump sums, I just said sums. I already bought half my position here, one tranche. I'm looking for that short-term pullback. I may be buying my second tranche as soon as later tonight. We'll see what happens, see how this develops. If this thing turns around and starts rallying, I may just deploy that sum by then. I'm going to keep posting updates, so subscribe that we don't miss any. And if you enjoyed my video, please give me a like. Till next time, thank you for watching and happy trading.